Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all my kings and queens, and never forgetting about everybody that's in between. Today, again, we have the lovely creator of Lionessexpressions joining us again. Oh my goodness, I feel old today.
Yeah.
No, I feel broken old. I fell so hard yesterday. Like I wiped out. Like I wiped out. Like this was a wipe out. Like I'm hurt. Like so
Like Family Guy type fall.
this was one of those. I realized I was in the air. When I was like, what's happening? Protect your head. This I feel like for people who what's the word? For those who have had intense fellowship, I feel like I was getting one cheeked. That's what it's like. It's just this one side I'm leaning. So if y'all see me leaning constantly, that's y'all gonna see me doing some weird stretches in this whole thing because I am okay. Let's see. I'm gonna say the TLDR. That's not related to what y'all finna hear us talking about. But if y'all take nothing else from this, drink more water or you'll die. Oh my goodness. No, but I wanted to bring you in because I'm going to get into the habit of doing some shorter recordings so I make sure I get to the point. Because when we got time to talk, we be talking. We be talking. I only bring on people who like to talk. We be talking. But if I try to keep it succinct, that's going to be our word of the day. Try to keep it right in the narrow path there. We'll get some of these points better across. Because the whole point, the whole overall arc, the whole story arc overall was the whole DTM network is I'm trying to help remove that negative filter that we have unintentionally put on things. Because to us, things don't sound bad. Or it sounds bad, but you feel so strongly about it that you just run with it. Now, I keep giving the disclaimer. Glitter's my thing. I know I shut the fuck up if glitter's coming up in the conversation. I don't even censor when I'm talking about it. I don't give a shit. If we talking about glitter, I know I need to shut up. There's nothing good I have to say about glitter. There's nothing positive I'm going to bring. So why would I add any of my opinion to it?
Okay.
Just that simple, right? And we all know we have, and it deeper for some people. A lot of stuff is way more bigger than art herpes. And some of it is way bigger. Some stuff, that's why we've been fighting about things like abortion and stuff like that for years. Because some people feel so strongly that I know my opinion's right. But to narrow this down to make it really more specific, because I've been asked a question to one of my last guests, and I want to ask everybody this question because we got skipped over some things. Not to say it's all as a whole, but if we were to say, as a whole, honestly, nobody was raised perfectly. Nobody was raised getting all the lessons. There's no way to do it. There's just no way for that to happen. What is something you wish you could have told teenage you in regards to not just romantic relationships, but just interacting with people relationships? That whole overall umbrella term relationships with people.
Okay.
We gonna run a list, so don't so you can rank them. And so we gonna run the list. So don't try to think of the top hitter.
Quite a few things I would tell myself actually. But I think one of the first things I probably would tell myself would probably be, it's okay to express yourself. I spent a lot of time hiding and holding back from certain things that I wanted to do and say, because I was worried about the opinion of other people and I didn't want to be put too much in the limelight, even though I had a lot of roles that was kind of like leadership roles and stuff, but I kind of like, just in a sense skated through, went with the flow of things. It was really hard for me to really try to,
No. Well, I feel you on that. I feel like that is something. We just hit that time travel button. I think we all hit that at that. Once we hit the adulting consistently age, we have to ask ourselves, who did I used to be?
Yep.
Like, what was the thing? right? Like, you're like, what was the thing I grew up wanting to do? Like, we just at a point, we just was like,
We were doing for other people sometimes too.
You did the stuff you only did because it gets you verbal compliments.
Yep.
So it was like, oh, okay, sure, I'll keep doing this thing. Like, we
Right.
did doing band stuff. I like doing band stuff. I don't like being in this front though.
Hi.
Hi. What?
Buddy, you go. It's not for you.
Oh man, I keep telling folks they can have their kids on the recording. We love the kids. We're gonna put the kids. If your kids can make complete sentences, let's do it.
So at this moment, it ain't gonna be about me. He gonna take over.
Fair. We'll put a pin in the kid episode. That's gonna be cute. I wonder what would happen if we put all the kids on video call. What would happen? I wonder how that would work. We could put everybody's kids on. We'll come back to it.
Hey, let me make this. You go now.
Lost my train of thought.
Uh-oh.
Oh, with the expressing and all of that. There we go. Because I know that's a definitely big one. Because I know I'd have done like this whole video creation thing a lot earlier, probably. No, it would have not even a probably. It would have definitely, if that wasn't if I wasn't constantly getting told, don't be a rapper, don't be a this. Like, I didn't even say rapper. Right? You're telling me not to be one. Okay. So no, I agree. I'm gonna add to that list. I would tell teenage me on that expression list that if people don't like you because of how you express but positive things, just the positive expression, if like people don't accept you for the positive expressions, that doesn't mean you need to change the way you express.
Exactly.
I'm loud. I know I'm loud. And me editing these episodes down is like, damn, I'm punchy. Ooh,
but
I have to.
Almost is what makes you you. You wouldn't be saying without being loud.
See, and the problem is I wouldn't talk so fast if I wasn't so scared that I was always like beating people eardrums up. That's a lot of time I'll start talking faster because I'm nervous. One, that I'm boring people, or two, I'm beating your eardrums up. Like, your ears gonna bleed or they're gonna fall asleep. I don't know. So I'll start talking way faster. Like, all right, let me get through this real quick. All right, so y'all, you've been in the band practice with me. I just get to rattling off. Like, all right, I'm trying. Y'all have to know all this stuff. Like, I promise.
That's good to know. I didn't even know that.
I don't hate public speaking. I don't like it notable. Like, when it was just us, you could tell. Anybody who been in the band room with me, when it's just us, the band, yeah, you see them always different than when we're in public.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm like, why is it me? There's no one else that's supposed to be doing this. Why people are looking at me? Look at them. Don't look at me. Don't record me. Why are you recording me? There are girls right here. Record the girl.
Oh.
It's like, it's not about me. Even though I'm rocking rocking TOP shirt here. I'm in the back. I'm in the back here. I don't play trombone. Play baritone. I'm second row. Y'all saw there was no complaints. If you was in the band and I was drum major, there was no complaints when there was a step down moment. I was cool. All right. Don't want to be in the front. But that's on the listings. On the listings. All right, what else we add to the Tell Teenage Me list?
Okay, well then I guess I will also tell myself to go for it, because on top of me not expressing myself, and I held myself back, I was put in a lot of positions where I could have definitely had better outcomes of certain situations, just with general, like in band or being a dancer and stuff and everything. I literally was just like, oh my God, like I was like, nope, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I just would have went for a few other things that it would have solidified a lot of experiences for me, so that when I went to college, that the chances that I would have took in college would have been different. So yeah, definitely.
Right. And And we got to put the disclaimer on this to knock on wood, because everybody knows I'm super nerdy, so I always think there's some random time travel witch or something that's listening. Like, oh, you want to do this? I know it's going to be some Faustian deal that fucks you over, because we know if we was to time travel and fix little mistakes, our children would disappear. That's the messed up part.
Exactly.
Like, wait. Like, wait a minute. So if I would have, because I'm like, if I'd have just went, because I was thinking about it, and I was gonna say, oh yeah, because I would have went for certain jobs earlier in my, like, I would have actually embraced my, like, the social work thing and graduated earlier. But I'm like, wait a minute, that means I'd have graduated when Diamond would have been out of school. You know, there would have been no way for Vanessa from a child. Okay, wait a
I
minute.
probably wouldn't even have ended up at Central if I would have went with the different directions that I wanted to do.
Right?
Like literally.
I'd have been a Marine. I'd have just stayed with the Marines if I'd have like whole time, right? It's so many time travel mistakes with like this. Just go for it. But again, it makes you wonder. So let's put the knock on wood. We want our children and spouses somehow happen.
Exactly.
Somehow. But let's imagine this somehow. Because I'm like, where would you be if, you know, with the boom time travel moment, you done sat down with teenage you, talked it out?
Mm-hmm.
What's the change?
Oh, okay. This is gonna be crazy. Okay, so don't laugh. You know that movie Honey, right?
I'm a giggle about that because Honey. Okay, let's keep it. Where we go? You started off with Honey. Where are we going from here?
Okay, so like, if I would have just went for it and, you know, was expressing myself and everything, I used to always be obsessed with that movie because I liked how free she was and like how she just was, she wanted to just live in her passion. She, you know, she was for the community and everything and stuff. And I just felt like if I could have went back to teenage me, I definitely would have told myself, go to New York and live like her. I would have, and that would have been my life. It would have been completely different. Because I just wanted to dance and be in videos and stuff like that. I didn't really want to do anything too serious at a point in time in my life because I just wanted to be free, you know. I just wanted to live as my day go and stuff. I wasn't even had an idea about kids at a point in time. I didn't. Everybody was all like, you're going to have a family, And I was just like, nah, you know, nah.
And she's sitting here in the morning for the people that's only listening. She's been housewifing it up this entire time. She's peeling shrimp. I don't know what's for breakfast or lunch. I don't know what's happening.
I'm just making me some shrimp. I'm hungry. Quick little meal. I love my shrimp.
Period. See, people, see that response up your value that quick. Let's make a quick little shrimp. Somebody was like, that's quick.
Yeah, it is.
One of those tell teenage me common sense. I don't even know how to phrase this. We would sit down and have a conversation about how common sense is an insult term.
Oh.
It is. It's an insult. It is it's an extremely insulting term. You're an artist. You're a visual artist. You can paint your ass off. What is something that is common sense to you about painting and stuff like that would not remotely be common sense to me. I have no visual arts outside of the video, like a little bit of video stuff, and it's because I watch videos. You know what I mean?
You gotta wash your brush consistently.
You know, like that. You know, like in the comment, we can break it down because somebody would like oversimplify it with the full argument, like, oh yeah, this is mental gymnastics. Oh, it is common sense because you watch stuff all the time. So if you think to watch something and you dirty it up, that means you think to watch it. See, but wait, people.
You know, I realize that common sense is not something that everybody, not necessarily that everybody doesn't have common sense, but it's different forms of common sense for different people because of their upbringing. So yeah. So it is
in certain situations you can assume a common sense. If we're in the band room, you know, there are certain common sense because we're all in the band that this is a common sense moment. Mm-hmm. If we in other situations though, like especially with things like cooking, because you saying the shrimp thing is what sparked this whole thought process to me because I see a lot of people complaining about cooking because it's men and women. It's not a gender attached to not being able to cook.
Exactly. It's not.
Because some people just genuinely can't. It's like cooking is, yes, at this point in time we got air fryers and stuff, and these like, so that made the like microwavable meal. You can turn that gourmet on your own in the air fryer now. So they got, what is that, Hello Fresh and all of that? They got the whole box, the kit, give you step by step and portion. You ain't gotta do nothing special. Just open the bag. just open the bag in the skillet.
That is not means that it's common sense, because I went through that with my husband. You know, I'm sitting here like, I'm tired of cooking all the time. You know, it's basic common sense to cook certain stuff, until I actually went in the kitchen and watched him cook it. And I was like, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
It's cool, you know, because
oh.
Hey.
I'm going to embarrass my brother for a moment, because when he showed me a meatloaf he made recently, I couldn't help but remember when we were teenagers, and somehow, you know, the canned soup, it was some like beef stew. Somehow this man burnt the whole bottom. Literally, there was no bottom to the pot left. Like literally, it was some cartoon. Like the literal bottom of the pot burnt out. So yeah, and people, we dive into this saying this because it's like, stop assuming, like the common sense is an insult, because you said that because you didn't feel like rephrasing. When someone says, oh, this is common sense, you're saying that because you don't feel like teaching the person what's happening.
Exactly. And I'm getting myself in a position where I'm just, you know what, everything is always a teaching moment for somebody. I can take time, show you how to do this, instead of being like, hey, it's just do like this. I'm always like that.
Oh, that's the thing, because it would reciprocate both ways. Tell them teenage me that, because there was a lot of times people would tell me that something was common sense, or the worst statement, if you was a real man, real woman, real men, real women do this. I was like, oh, I have no idea, so I'm gonna be quiet, because as soon as you ask the question, everybody gets giggly. Everybody, oh, that's because you just say that, but the question never gets answered. Exactly. We all been bagging about this for 10, 20 minutes now, about real men, real women shit. And y'all have said a bunch of statements. Real men do this. Somebody define it, please. Somebody like pause for a moment. And you listen the whole time as a teenager, listening like, where's the answer? What you gonna do when we coming up for you? Let me drink some water for a moment, because I felt a tirade about to happen. You know, rant for the soul comes out randomly. Because there's some folks I can't record with, because I have to have preliminary conversations with people I don't know. Because it's like, I'm not going to just record us arguing. Because I had a back and forth about that, about how, again, I kept the dude kept saying it. And I understand most of these statements are mantras to people, because it sucks adulting, right?
Yeah, but why become my identity over it?
Yeah, why's it got to be you're trying to own me with this statement, because you're trying to tell me that whatever you want, what your vision of your partner or whatever role I'm supposed to be playing, I need to change into that. No. That's greedy with my space, attention, and time. So however I can phrase that into the shortest conversation possible.
Yeah, you can learn someone, you know, but you can't force them to change. Yeah.
Oh, we should add that to the list.
List of conversation topics.
Yep, let's put that on the list there too, for the things to tell teenagers. Let's put that on the list. Because you can learn somebody. Because that was the thing. Because there were some people, like, y'all were bad. Y'all know y'all bad people. And like, I would try to change them from doing bad shit. And it's like, no, that's you as a person. I'm just like more focused on trying to do that. It's like, I wasn't supposed to do that.
You can only go so far with trying to get someone to see your point of view, you know, but it's on the inside of them, where they're going to change themselves to come to that point of view, or they're just going to be them. You know, all that arguing and stuff and everything. When you're young-minded, you know, it's easy to fall into that argument and stuff, because you're always trying to prove something. But once you understanding, like, you cannot change people and you can't force it, all right, it is what it is. I'm gonna put this pot, but if you get the negative, I'm gonna just send it back to you.
No, that's the part because it's the thing. It's like because some folks, a lot of people don't know the difference between arguing, debating, and just heated conversation. There we go. I was to put that on the list. Those are three separate things. And anyone who doesn't know the difference, that's who you immediately cool off. There's nothing because if it's a heated and they don't know, they're immediately like, oh, we're not arguing. I disagree with you. We
Exactly.
disagree. We have to get to an agreement, though. We have to talk through, and we gonna be heated because this is a passionate subject for us both. So let's just passionately talk about it, but we're not heated.
Exactly.
Because ain't that the perk of friendships? You get the friends who know the difference from when you ranting at them or with them.
Exactly. You know the conversation that you can't have with them. They know that your aggression is not with them. That is with the subject at hand.
Mm.
But you got to put people in categories for stuff like that. You can't. Not all your friends can be that.
I think that highlights the other part of that common sense part of the list. We got that has the glow on the screen. It's like, yes, because don't assume that everybody knows to even do that part. Like, it's like, hey, explain it, right? Teenage me, don't be afraid to straight up say, at this age, I'm not yelling at you. I'm expressing.
I've been told that for so many years. People always like, you yelling? Why are you so angry? I'm not this. I'm just, you're not.
It's not at you.
Passionate. Good.
Join with the passion. Join with me.
Exactly. Just listen to the words I'm saying instead of just hearing them.
Right? Y'all made me sit in church all these years. Every February, y'all make us watch all the Dr. Martin Luther King speeches and stuff. But as soon as I get to all the Maya Angelou, the list goes on of people getting loud. But what's I doing? Yo, don't change.
Tired of the box. Tired of the box. That's what it is. It's the box that they put you in.
It's attribute bar. I need to create an actual animation for this, where it's the people attribute bar, so all of the random skills we have, because there's gonna be a big ass bar, like a video game. Everyone puts points in every, different stuff. There's different points, different strokes for different folks. You gotta find a slider.
Yes.
Except for you people, right? I am gonna be, what's the word? I am going to be problematic and contrarian about you people that's on this pickle craze right now, though. Because, the serious one, like this shit where it's like a pickle pizza. Folks are doing like the pickle dog, like the pickle is the bun. I'm beefing with y'all right now, just a little bit.
Alright, I'm gonna beef with them too, because that's too much.
Because if anybody listening, this is gonna be the thumbnail for, just so you know. The pickle dog is gonna be the thumbnail for this, just because I need to know. If somebody really wants those pickle things we have, we need to talk. You need to come on and explain something to me.
Hey, the only thing I will say I'm obsessed with trying to get as far as pickles is these flavored Kool-Aid type pickles, all the different type flavors, because I would like to try them.
I messed you up, I'm sorry.
Huh?
If I knew you liked those, I'd have been making them for you when I was out there. I used to make all the time.
Oh my goodness! Well then definitely when I come around, you gonna have to make me some, because I need.
Let me know whenever you come into Chicago, because I need like a few weeks. Like for them to be tasty, whenever Crystals come, whenever that any link up is happening, because I got to time it out,
Okay.
Actually, honestly, whenever it happens, because I can just draw it up and send it, and just put the date on it. So it'll. I'm gonna say that's you can cook. So,
yes.
I'm gonna tell you the steps. I'm about to say you can cook. I can just tell you how to do. Because for the folks listening, it's old school snacks. It wasn't enough YouTube. If the old school ladies who used to have the table outside had a YouTube channel back, or what was it? It wouldn't even have it. It wouldn't have worked. If we'd have moved the internet back, oh yeah, they'd have been jumping. Because what is the pickles? Get you some pickles or some cucumbers. I tried it with straight cucumbers. I straight up pickled them all the way.
Okay, I would like to do that. That way I could just create my own. Yes, that'd be fascinating.
Especially because I like it when it's in that it hasn't fully pickled where it still is basically a cucumber just with all of the pickly flavorness. It's yeah, I want that. Yeah.
I love cucumbers. Well, I know they're the same thing, but I love, regular cucumbers. I love them.
No, I understand. I honestly didn't enjoy pickles themselves until after my daughter was born.
Oh, wow. She
Genuinely.
loves
No, it's because Diamond loved them. And now she
Oh,
hates them. I didn't know that was a thing. A taste exchange happens sometimes. I didn't know that was a thing. I ain't
yeah.
had to, nobody explained this to me. I'm sitting at work. Gecko was looking at me. I'm over here just. He's like, bro, what are you doing? I was like, what? I've never seen you eat pickles. So I was like, huh?
Oh, you had to look at it like.
And I finished eating, but I fried them. I fried them in everything and didn't pay no attention. I'm talking about it was a whole thing I did. Decked them up. It was a bowl shape up over my head.
Unconscious.
Oh, but see, you do it, especially because I do it with the so you can slice them up. Definitely making the easiest way. But when I did it straight from the cucumber, I just poked holes. A straight needle hole straight through, and then the exact measurement you would use for any fluiding or any pickling, genuinely get all that liquid and just make it in the Kool-Aid.
Okay.
It's literally it's that simple. It seems like it's so many steps, but the longer you soak it, because again you pickling it.
Okay.
You can't. You literally, I would say, put the sugar in after you see the color set though.
Oh. All right. Okay.
Or either definitely make it as sweet because you can't really adjust. Don't adjust the sweet. Let me rephrase that. Don't adjust the sweetness once you start whatever sugar you start with in there. Because if you're gonna do it, don't pickle it with the sugar in there. If it's pickled or if it's already pickled, then yes, put the sugar in with the Kool-Aid. But if you're doing cucumber from scratch, don't put the sugar in.
Okay. I got you.
It won't. Unless you do like a really light amount, don't do like an actual Kool-Aid amount of sugar because it won't pickle.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For those listening, I only explained that to people who can cook terms. Or if you make your Kool-Aid. If you make your Kool-Aid, don't make your Kool-Aid liquid with your pickling juice. The way you would make your Kool-Aid. Because the sugar is going to change the pickling process.
Okay, I got it. I might actually just get some that's already pickled, at least that I won't mess it up first and try it that way. And then
you'll taste it immediately. You'll immediately be like, oh, I know what I can do with this. Because it's on point. It's, oh yeah. Because I'm trying to I used to do that. I've been doing it just because I'm doing this traveling living right now. It's the only reason I'm not eating that way. But when I was back, all for Vanessa, all that stuff, random veggies, I was trying to get really into that because I can't do fried food all the time, right?
Right.
I want it though, but it's so good.
I'm frying my shrimp right now as we speak.
Period, because it's good. Because it's good. It's
good.
good.
I ain't had it in a minute. I needed it.
Because again, if you taking the time to do the extra little veggies, chop up. Because for the meat eaters, this is me, the bacon god, endorsing vegetable dishes. I just get you any type of vegetables, season them up real good. Honest, like a salad. What I do it like the gardelli peppers, avocado. I've been on an onion kick, so any of the onion you want. Get you all the bell peppers. Get you the especially the little pack from Walmart. They got the yellow, red, and the orange, the yellow, red, and the orange. Chop them up. Where we at? Get you some baby spinach.
Get you some.
If you like kale, I'm not a kale fan, so the baby spinach or the kale, Then any salad base you want. I love me just some good romaine lettuce chop up, dice all that shit up, season it real good. Get you some Italian dressing. Now, see, I'm endorsing these people for this. I'm the meat eater. I need my flesh. So just know, Apocalypse.
Dressing no more. I just do like some seasonings and a little olive oil on my salads now, Or I might like whatever looks like. Sometimes if I put fruit into my salad, the little juice and stuff from that, I can use that. Like I don't try to use the little salad dressings no more. No.
Oh, because you just made one. That's what you did. Talking about you don't use salad dressing because you make your own.
The store bought one. Like I don't do that.
I'm with you. It's
Oh yeah.
always missing or doesn't have. Like I don't like ranch. I can make if I make some ranch, I'll eat some ranch. Ranch always tastes chalky to me, like Kraft and all that. It tastes like chalk.
Yeah,
Um,
I got it in my refrigerator for my kids' purposes because they like, ranch with their stuff, but I don't do it no more. It's just, ugh.
they want to play the color that's wet. They don't care what it tastes like. Ugh. But you know what? We keeping it succinct today because that's on the listing. Because even what we just talked, a little bit of food and we just talked about, we add that to that's the whole conversation. We would record this conversation and send it to teenage us. It's like that looked like adult me. All right, I'm listening. I'm listening, adult me. I'm taking that silent in account too. I'm taking it, because again, you load it up. Because I hate when folks say load it up with all that extra stuff. Y'all see, I paused. I kept it simple. Every ingredient I said was cheap. That was like a
Yeah.
$12 salad I just said.
Yeah, that will last you if you make enough of it. Will last you a good little minute.
Just make it in portions. That's why I said chop the peppers as you go. Because all them bags is like, unless depending where you at. I was a higher price for some of that stuff. Depending on what city. All those ingredients you'll be under $20, but you'll still have a bunch of solid
Yeah.
ingredient where you can add any meat. See?
Yeah.
See? Because again, all them, you saying stuff like chickpeas and all the other stuff that's real specific. I'm sorry if I'm an uncultured Western civilization, hemisphere, American, where I'm not just making hummus. None of this stuff. What is it? I wish I was more African in culture where I can make, what is it, fufu? Is that what
I still haven't tried that.
have it. I want to so bad. It looks delectable. It looks soft. I feel like if I can make it, I'm on. Like if I can make it, I'm on if I can make that. I'm pretty sure it's simple. Like I'm pretty sure it's simple for them because you grow up with it. It's probably hella easy. But I'm on once I learn how to make fufu. I'm gonna make it when I learn how to make it. I'm gonna post a video of it. Let me doing it. That's what I'm gonna start. We gonna do cooking videos for the homies. But we gonna do the slight wrap up because I know your shrimp I know it's got to be breakfast time. At lunch, brunch. This brunch is shrimp. You just need you a mimosa.
Yeah. Yes. I ain't got the right stuff for that, but
you can have a hood mimosa if it's refreshing with liquor.
I definitely will figure it out. I got some liquor. I got some juice. It ain't gonna be.
No, that's period. But that's a good wrap up point for this quick little installment because I wanted to definitely make sure I do some shorter segments to be succinct with the point because it's like let's think about the things we would have told the teenage version of you for the sole purpose of you remembering who you were.
Exactly.
Let's bring the joy back to the life. We gotta reignite the heat somehow in our soul. Because they in there. Whoever you used to be is still in there.
Yes, definitely.
They still in there. Let's do that whole sitcom scene where you're like talking to tiny you. Would they be? And I know they wouldn't be ashamed of you because it's still you. You're alive. I know a lot of us is like, damn, you didn't get got. Yay! I make it this far. I still got my hair.
Exactly.
There's no there's no signs of drug abuse. All right, owe me. What up?
I like the fact that, still being ID'd in the store and everything, I feel like a child still, at times I'm like, okay, life ain't hit me that hard just yet.
I was a little fat kid. I feel kind of yoked under here. I got the big shirt on. I'm a little yoked under here. I'd be proud of me. I'd be like, hey, actually, that'd be the big kickoff of like, we gonna be big. If I was sitting next to tiny me, I know immediately I would get buff. I would just buff up out of nowhere. I'm like, yeah, yeah, little me. Yeah. So that'll happen,
Definitely.
But yeah, we gonna rock on that, people. I was about to zone out for a second. The world creator in me was about to roll. Next time we do a short segment, we're gonna bring on the game again because it's been playing. The game has been going. Everyone's characters are live.
Okay.
And it's like you're still ranked as one of the best players. If I'm doing an overall standing playing on people who have been. Some people have abused a lot of things in the world, and it's hilarious. It makes for great content. Because I need to, because once I feel confident in packaging the game itself, that's when it's going to get intense.
Okay.
Oh, because it's gonna get into it. Oh, I got some people that did some weird stuff. They did some weird stuff, and you're still at the learning phase of the world. It's so much story, so much to develop still. But that's for next time. We'll be
Yes.
scheduling probably some more this week at some point. But love you, dear, as always.
Love you. Love you. Always be safe out there in the streets.
Oh, same to you. Catch you. Enjoy your lunch. Brunch. I'm sorry. Let me put some respect on your meal. Enjoy your brunch. Catch you.
Good day.
I gotta move, you gotta move, we gotta move. Let's get the groove. I'm in the mood. Turn up the tunes, turn up the brews. Something to do. Breaking the news, throwing the red, mixing the blue, keeping the royal, shining like foil, keeping it tight. I sprint like a gun coil. All on the head, got a thought spoil. Throw out the bands, make a dance for it. Booty so big, got the plans for it. Booty so good, making plans for it. Traveling, I got the gas for it. Not a pimp, but I could pass for it. About 100 on the dashboard. I know I said demand for it. Hustling like it's a damn sport.
Hustle, grind, hustle, grind, hustle, grind, hustle, grind, hustle, grind, hustle. Rise and grind, time to hustle, grind, hustle, grind, hustle, grind, rise and grind, time to hustle, grind, hustle.
Waiting for the block to tell me something. Gotta get up early, get to running. Afternoon, I could get to stunning. Haters gonna hate, but shit, that ain't nothing. Waiting for the block to tell me something. Gotta get up early, get to running. So by the afternoon, I could get to stunting. Haters gonna hate, but shit, that ain't nothing.
Rise and grind, time to hustle, grind, hustle, grind, hustle, grind, hustle, hustle, grind, hustle, grind, hustle, hustle, grind, hustle, grind, rise and grind, time to hustle.